calm voice in the dark. Welcome to Black Background Lectures. In all his years of teaching, Jim Rohn kept returning to one simple picture he first drew on a napkin over 60 years ago. It was a small diagram with 5 words written around a circle. His mentor, Mr. Earl Shove, had handed it to him and said, "If you understand these 5 things and keep them in balance, you will have solved the major puzzle of life." The very first word on that diagram was philosophy. Philosophy, Mr. Shove explained, is the major determining factor in how your life works out. Not education, not background, not money, not luck. Philosophy. To make the best use of it, use the metaphor Jim used thousands of times. Imagine 2 ships leaving the same harbor on the same day, headed for the same destination. The wind blows on both of them exactly the same. One ship arrives wealthy and on time. The other arrives broken and late, or never arrives at all. The difference is not the wind. The difference is the set of the sail. The wind is the circumstances of life, the economy, the government, the weather, the family you were born into. The wind blows on all of us. Some people arrive at the end of life poor, confused and bitter, blaming the wind. Others arrive rich, happy, fulfilled, grateful for the same wind. The difference is how they set their sail, and the set of the sail is philosophy. Philosophy is nothing mysterious. It is simply the way you think about yourself, about money, about people, about opportunity, about the future. It is the collection of ideas you allow into your mind and the ones you refuse to allow in. Jim used to say, after you have blamed your parents, your education, your race, your religion, the government, and the weather long enough, you finally run out of things to blame. And when that day comes, you discover the major determining factor left is your own personal philosophy. He learned this the hard way. At 25, he had a poor philosophy. He thought success was for the lucky, the educated, the well-connected. He thought hard work alone would be enough. He thought it was noble to be broke. He thought rich people were greedy. He thought life was unfair. With that philosophy, the wind blew and he drifted. Then Mr. Shove sat him down and said, "Jim, if you want things to change, you have to change. If you want things to get better, you have to get better. For things to improve, you must improve. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom." Those sentences struck him like lightning. He suddenly realized that his life was not being shaped by outside forces. It was being shaped by the ideas he had accepted as true. And the good news was, ideas can be changed. You can refuse old ideas and accept new ones any day you choose. That is the miracle of philosophy. You do not have to wait for Congress. You do not have to wait for the economy. You do not have to wait for your boss to change. You only have to change your mind. Jim began to treat ideas like treasure. He started reading books that challenged his old thinking. He started listening to people who had already accomplished what he wanted. He started keeping a journal of the best ideas he found. He reviewed them every single day. He said, "Work harder on yourself than you do on your job, because if you work hard on your job, you can make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune and a life." Within 5 years, his income had multiplied many times over. The wind had not changed. The set of the sail had changed. Here is the quiet truth most people miss. Everything you have in your life right now is the perfect reflection of your current philosophy. Your bank account, your health, your relationships, your peace of mind. They are all sit there like obedient servants saying, "We are the result of what you have believed so far." If you do not like the picture, do not curse the canvas. Change the picture in your mind first. That is how philosophy works. It is slow at first. One good book, one new distinction, one small shift in how you see money or time or possibility. But those small shifts compound. A tiny change in direction made early enough alters the entire destination. The ancient proverb says, "Sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny." The thought comes first. That is why philosophy is the starting place of all lasting change. Tonight before you sleep, do what Jim did. Take out a blank sheet of paper and write at the top, "My new philosophy." Then list 5 ideas you are willing to accept as true from this day forward. Ideas like, "I am responsible for my life." "Profits are better than wages." "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." "I can learn whatever I need to learn." "Time is my most valuable asset." Read that list every morning for the next 30 days. Let those ideas soak into your mind like water into a sponge. You will be astonished at how quickly the wind starts working for you instead of against you. Philosophy is the set of the sail. Everything else, attitude, activity, results, lifestyle, flows from it. Get the philosophy right and the rest becomes possible. That is today's lecture. If you want tomorrow's lecture, subscribe. See you then.